The locusts. They came in from the sun, like fighter jets ambushing an unsuspecting enemy. We scrambled back into the jeep, shut the doors and drove through the swarm, so dense that it nearly eclipsed the sun.
Locust attacks have ravaged the earth since ancient times. In the Bible, locust attacks occur in the lead up to the end of the world. Bizarrely enough, in March this year, we were at Mount Nebo in Jordan, the place where Moses is believed to be buried. And that's where we received word that we had to flee to India with the world going into lockdown. From then on, with the coronavirus pandemic sweeping across the globe, calamitous bushfires in Australia, floods in India, China and Indonesia, it has felt ominously like the end of the world. And now, on our first road trip out of Delhi after the lockdown, we'd run into the locusts. Well, call me superstitious, but I think we need to take this from the start again. Without the locusts this time.
A writer, a photographer, on the road exploring a fascinating world, in a state of perpetual motion, constantly departing while always arriving, seeking a window into an ever-changing universe. This is WION Traveller.
Are you ready for this, Johan?
Yeah, man.
First trip, post-lockdown, WION Traveller on the road again. How are you feeling?
Town. Let's get out. Finally, huh?
Yeah, I'm feeling quite tentative and apprehensive about it. So folks, we're going to Sariska, which is a wildlife reserve, and we've been wondering where we can go at this time, and we figured that the more isolated, the better. Yeah. And earlier in June, Rajasthan government opened a bunch of national parks, and Sariska, which is about 4 hours from Delhi, is one of them. And from what we hear, the tigers are pleased that there are no humans around, and they're roaming around. So hopefully we'll catch a sight. And
it'll be cool to get some sightings. The animals should be thriving now. No humans to disturb them, and it's been a bit of rain, so it should be nice and green also over there.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. First trip out. Let's get out of here. Goodbye, Noida. Hello, Sariska. How the world has changed, huh? This place, like, there was a surfeit of restaurants you could stop at, and now, oh, it's open! Hallelujah, folks, hallelujah. It's open.
Paratha milega?
Paratha milega? बहुत बढ़िया. Wow, look at this dude. What's he doing?
One leg up, one leg on the side.
It's crazy, yeah? Dude, so do not do this, man. This is worse than the coronavirus.
The best route is to take the Delhi-Jaipur highway and turn off at Daruhera for Alwar. The roads are great except for unmarked speed bumps that pop up whenever you approach civilization. Tela village lies at the southern edge of the park, a drive of 230 kilometers from Delhi.
There's quite a welcome party waiting for us at the resort. These safety protocols are truly here to stay. We've checked into Sariska Manor, a brand new luxury boutique resort that literally shares a wall with the Tiger Reserve.
Spaced generously apart, the 7 cottages perimeter a gorgeous pool that's currently out of bounds and a garden. Very neo-colonial. Awash in pastels and sepia-tinted pictures on the walls. Manor is, in fact, reasonably accurate when it comes to the look and feel of the resort. The roomy living quarters are an extension of the same architecture and ambiance.
It's a charming place, alright. You half expect David Livingstone to walk in, hang his hat and coat, and sit down at the old school veranda. Gajendra Singh, the owner of Sariska Manor, plays that role rather well.
we're not here to lounge at the resort. We have come here for a wildlife safari. So we have 30 minutes. I'm gonna freshen up and then we're gonna head out and hopefully see some tigers. I've never seen a tiger in my life in the wild before, so pumped.
Jitendra.
Good evening.
Good evening. Sorry we are late.
No problem. Are you all set?
We're all set, sir.
Please.
Very well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sariska Tiger Reserve is amongst a clutch of national parks in Rajasthan that were reopened in June 2020. Safety protocols in light of the pandemic include masks, head covers, and sanitization on entry. The number of people allowed in each vehicle has been halved to 3. A guide in each vehicle is mandatory. The park will remain open throughout the year, the only time in recent history that visitors can visit during the monsoon months.
Beyond this field,
Hitendra Singh, the resident naturalist, likes to be addressed as Hatsi. He spent over 20 years observing tiger behavior in various wildlife parks across the country.
the area of Sariska core area is about 868 square kilometers.
Good Lord, that's huge.
Yeah, and which has 21 tigers including cubs as well.
Wow.
In 2008, we lost all the tigers from Sariska due to poaching.
Due to poaching?
Yes,
All of them? Eh?
all of them. The number was 0.
Wow.
And in 2010, the first relocation of tigers happened. They were airlifted from Ranthambore. We must have heard Ranthambore Tiger Reserve.
Sure, yeah.
And they were bought here, first 2 tigers. And then later on, another set of 4 tigers were lifted here.
Obviously, steps have been taken against poaching then.
Yes,
Huh?
so poaching has actually stopped.
Shaken out of apathy, the authorities nabbed Sansar Chand, the despicable poacher believed to have done most of the damage. Shockingly, this road that runs through the sanctuary was allowed to continue as a thoroughfare till as recently as 2008.
We have radio collared. 9 tigers out of 21 have radio collared here. And every tiger has 2 persons patrolling 24/7.
Following the tiger?
Yeah. Now we are in the core.
Okay.
And you see, you'll see lot and lot of peacock. This is the highest density of peacock population in Sariska.
We don't spot a tiger, which isn't the end of the world. As magnificent as these animals are, some tend to fixate on them, ignoring all the other denizens of the forest, who, at least at Sariska, are only too happy to say hello. There's a veritable army of antelope and deer, black buck, sambar, blue bull, spotted deer, you name it. The 21 tigers in this reserve are certainly not going to starve anytime soon.
When we are listening to the forest, we always keep our ears open, and if we hear any alarm call
Right.
by monkey, and you can differentiate an alarm call of a monkey for a leopard as well as for a tiger.
I
So,
see, really?
yeah.
Do you know the call?
Yeah,
Let us have it.
it's a
What
it's for leopard, a monkey, yeah. And a loud one, whoop, and then he say, that's for a tiger.
Wow.
Yeah, but a monkey will not give an alarm call if a tiger is resting. Only he starts to move. Yes,
Oh.
to inform the rest of the group and animals that king of the jungle is on a move now.
Whoa, what a first day, huh? What a first day at Sariska. Fantastic, huh?
I hope you enjoyed the drive.
Jeez, it was amazing. We didn't see tigers, but we saw enough, huh?
Like all sanctuaries, Sariska was once a hunting reserve for the kings who ruled this region. The Kankwadi Fort was once a hunting lodge and occupies a vantage position overlooking the park. It's a spectacular setting, the perfect hideout as it were.
Wow, look at that. What a location and a half, huh?
Beautiful, no?
Beautiful.
That's the Kankwadi Fort.
Right.
There's one lake here.
Right.
There's another lake on that side.
Right.
And the whole, ring of these Aravalli hills all around. This is definitely 17th century.
I see.
And as the story goes,
Right.
Dara Shikoh was given shelter here when he was fighting his brother Aurangzeb.
He was given shelter here. He was not imprisoned here.
No, he was not imprisoned.
Oh, I see.
He
I
was
thought he
given
was
shelter.
imprisoned here.
No. He is given shelter.
Right.
Look at the location of this fort. It's in the
Phenomenal.
middle of nowhere.
Like a little. It's a paradise, yeah.
It's a paradise. It's a,
Oh, shall we go up there? We can drive all the way up there.
Yes,
So
we can drive up there.
Look at this place. Look at the view, huh?
Yeah,
Talk about commanding position.
very commanding. There's water all around. And see the valley. See the expanse of the valley.
Tremendous, yeah?
You really get the best view of the Aravali's here. This was the Baradari.
Baradari.
Yeah, public audience hall.
This couldn't have been made for Dara Shikoh.
No. This existed before he was given shelter here.
Right.
Because it is, as we just saw, it's in the middle of nowhere. So
But,
it was very, and surrounded by all these Aravali hills.
Which way to the roof? Oh.
Look at all that. Beautiful.
Look at that. That, folks, is symmetry for you.
Yeah,
India is full of these places, isn't it?
India is full of these places.
Like just absolute gems, huh? Absolute gems. But listen, I also want to talk to you about, off the subject about this whole COVID-19 business and what it's done for the industry. But as a hotelier,
Yeah.
what are your primary concerns?
My primary concern is that a person who comes to the hotel
Ji.
should not be infected, should not have visible symptoms,
Firstly.
firstly.
So you're not insisting on a test?
We're not insisting on a test.
Right.
We are all right to do their temperature test. According to the government rule,
Ji.
we're supposed to have 2 rooms for isolation.
So you have 2 rooms for isolation? Acha. So that
we
if
have-
somebody gets
we
in,
have
that
to.
person goes into isolation and stays there for 2 weeks, whatever it is. And honestly, this is the first trip we've taken,
Yeah.
Johan and I, after this COVID thing began. And we didn't know where to go. Sariska, we thought it was perfect because, it is isolated. And I have to say that in retrospect, Sariska has been a massive surprise to us. Well, people might know that there are tigers here now, but nobody knows it's such a massive expanse with a fort like this and tigers and animals and other viewpoints. Well, if I ever run afoul of the law, then, I'll call you and maybe you can smuggle me here somehow.
Lunch at Sariska Manor is a continental affair. The food has to be light in case you need to go for a safari in the afternoon. Now, continental is all very well, but what I really want to try is one of the old traditional mutton dishes that you find only in these parts. Jungli mas.
एक तो होता है that lal mas which is very famous, but there's also that jungli mas, na? That which back in the day they used to make, hunters used to make.
Yeah, for shikars and
So I really wanted to learn how to make that. आप बनाते हैं वो भी? हाँ, क्या बात कर रहे हैं सही में? चलिए, perfect.
Atsi has been boasting about his culinary skills, so I've called his bluff. Today, he's making jungli mas, a bare bones mutton stew popular in these parts.
How's it going?
All good, all good.
Huh?
Everything is set up for you.
Wow, look at that.
As you can.
And where's the meat?
Meat is right here.
And how much meat is it?
It's 2.5 kgs.
2.5 kgs.
Uthana, so.
I always have trouble making like large quantities, you know. And this is so this is mutton and any particular cuts?
Usually we take the nallies and of
सीना
course.
है मछली है और चाप है
हाँ,
मोटा मोटा
मोटा मोटा.
है ना ठीक है Shall we?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
But tell me one more thing. Why are you using a coal-fired stove?
See, this is basically a low flame cooking,
Right.
and it is mostly cooked on dum.
Dum is like a closed.
Yeah, closed
dekchi.
lid. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And
Could
that
I
is
use a
why-
pressure cooker?
Pressure cooker, you might not get the taste,
And-
actual taste.
And coal also makes a difference to the taste.
Yeah, the smoky this thing.
And what sort of vessel are you using here?
This is known as a handi,
And this is aluminium.
aluminium. Yeah,
Okay. What if I want to do it in an earthen pot?
you can, but you have to be very, very careful by when you stir the meat.
Oh, it's not to crack it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Oh, it cracks.
It cracks,
Okay.
and then before you use it,
Right.
it has to be like soaked in water,
I see.
and then dry it up,
Okay.
and then put it on the heat,
Right.
and put lots of oil, so it soaks the oil.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because I've never actually tried to cook in an earthen pot. Okay, all right. Let's start. How do we
Yeah.
start?
So first,
Also, one last thing. Ghee is required, huh?
Yeah, ghee is
Not
required.
butter, not
No, no.
vegetable oil.
no
Ghee.
mustard, nothing. Ghee.
Okay. अच्छा.
हमारा देगची पक गया, मतलब ये हो गया.
अच्छा
गरम.
देगची पक गया. इसको ऐसे.
हाँ.
अच्छा. ये कितना घी है वैसे? How much ghee is this?
ये जैसे 2 किलो 2.5 किलो के हिसाब से है, तो हम इसमें कम से कम आधा किलो घी डालेंगे.
अच्छा 2-2.5 किलो मीट में आधा किलो घी. मैं बनाऊंगा ज्यादा से ज्यादा आधा किलो मीट, तो उसमें मतलब डलेगा 200 ग्राम.
200 ग्राम.
Now what is the next step?
अब मेरे को this is garlic.
Right.
This is whole garlic.
Whole garlic,
But it
sure.
has to be a little crushed.
Oh, so okay, but you wouldn't do it in a mixie.
No.
अच्छा, तो-
We don't want to make a paste.
You don't want to make a paste, just
Just
कुटा हुआ.
कुटा हुआ. ये छोटा इमाम दस्ता
तो
है.
ये जो है अपना लहसुन है. कितने लहसुन होंगे ये कम से कम मेरे ख्याल से 5-6 लहसुन है.
ये है 3 गांठ होगा ये.
3 गांठ होगा.
3 गांठ.
इनको कूटना पड़ेगा.
इनको कूटना.
मैं कूट देता हूँ आपके लिए.
आप कूट
हैं? क्या कहते हैं?
मदद रहेगी आपकी.
चलिए बढ़िया है.
अब हम इसमें सबसे पहले लहसुन डालेंगे.
Right. Okay, so
लहसुन डालो.
but you don't put any onion in it at all, huh?
नहीं.
No onion.
No.
Because typically when I put garlic in oil, I put a little bit of onion जिससे कि वो चिपके ना. All right. So you've not put all the garlic in. Okay. Okay. So that's done.
Now we're putting.
You're going to dump this in right away?
Yeah.
Right away?
Yeah.
Okay. खड़ी लाल मिर्च immediately उसके बाद ही.
हाँ.
ठीक है. और ये खड़ी लाल मिर्च काफी खड़ी लाल मिर्च है. कम से कम मतलब मेरे ख्याल से 150 ग्राम लग रही है मुझे ये. Okay, so you've just put the garlic, you put the ghee, you put the garlic, you put the khadi lal mirch, and now you're going to put the salt.
Salt.
Okay. Salt भी गया.
इसका अंदाजा बड़ा.
ये मुझसे नहीं होगा, मैं तो normal salt use करूँगा. ये rock salt कितनी डाल रहे हैं क्या पता है ये कितना टूट के कितना बने. वाह वाह.
अब इसमें कुछ भी और नहीं डलेगा.
कुछ नहीं डलेगा.
कुछ नहीं डलेगा और?
नहीं. हैं? हो गया ये मीट बन गया होगा. इसको आप कवर करेंगे नहीं करेंगे?
बस इसका पानी उड़ जाए फिर हम इसको दम पे चढ़ा देंगे.
अच्छा पहले इसका पानी उड़े.
हाँ.
और उसके बाद दम पे चढ़ाने का मतलब बंद किया और छोड़ दिया. बस.
अब जब इसको हिलाएंगे अपन वापस लिड को हटाएंगे तो थोड़ा थोड़ा पानी एक चम्मच इतना जब हिलाएंगे 1 चम्मच पानी लिया डाल दिया फैला दिया फिर वापस ढक लगा दिया. ये चलेगा अपनी इसमें 1 घंटा.
1 घंटे में कहाँ बनेगा ये?
1 घंटे पक जाए.
नहीं 1 घंटे में तो बिना प्रेशर कुकर के.
बिना प्रेशर कुकर. मेराज भाई इसका सबसे एक तरीका है
जी
कि जिस हाथ से आप चम्मच घुमा रहे हैं
जी
वो उसी हाथ चलना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं कि आपने क्लॉकवाइज करा फिर वापस एंटी क्लॉकवाइज
Oh, but you mean you can use either hand, but you have to like
Yeah,
turn it in the same direction. ऐसा क्यों?
कहते हैं कि मीट का रेशा टूट जाता है।
मीट का रेशा टूट जाता है उल्टा करने से?
हाँ,
अच्छा।
उल्टा घुमाए सीधा घुमाए, उल्टा घुमाए सीधा घुमाए।
अच्छा अच्छा, ये भी
और नीचे से ऊपर लाना है इसको।
हाँ, that even my mother says. It'll take some time I think for this.
हाँ, इसको बस will take about 15-20 minutes
Right.
to dry it up, and then the ghee will come up.
Right.
So you know there's no water. Then we'll
Cover it.
cover it, and
Then every 20 minutes or 15 minutes, open it, put some water,
Yeah.
churn it.
yeah,
That work we can outsource.
yeah.
Huh? Because it's almost dry. It's all the water is almost dried up.
yeah.
पानी almost सूख चुका है.
अब आप देखिए कि पानी नहीं है, घी है।
हाँ, घी है. हाँ,
अब
सही.
हमारे this is the right time to now cover it up.
Wow. All right, and that's it.
That's it.
देखिए.
हाँ?
Wow. Oh. That smells divine. Yeah. Divine. But it is still a long way to go. So you think we can leave this to the you will finish this or you will leave this to the chef?
No, it's fine. I'll do it.
Oh, you'll do it. Okay.
For history buffs, the somewhat indeterminate origin ruins at a plateau lying below the derelict Rajorgar Fort, half an hour's drive from the south gate of Sariska, presents the most fascinating side trip in Sariska.
So we were on our way out from Sariska and we were told about this Nilkant Mandir, which is a temple here, which is a very old Shiva temple, apparently 10th and 11th century. And locals told us that there are these ruins of a settlement here. It's a plateau We've climbed up a hill and I don't know anything about it, but I intend to find out. But like this looks almost like a citadel of some kind. And this is obviously of the same, well not obviously, but I'm assuming it's the same age as the temple. So that means this is about 1,000 years old and it's still standing. Well, just about. It almost looks like that Roman city of Gerasa we were in Jordan. But that's the thing in Jordan, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and here in India, I don't know how many such sites exist, and we don't even know about them, let alone look after them. Look at this place. I mean, it is absolutely spectacular. What are these? Look at this. Beautiful.
Believed to date back from the 6th to 10th century, these ruins comprise of 300-odd temples, walls, stepwells, and other structures. The rock carvings are multifarious. Some resemble the erotic carvings at Khajuraho, while dark granite pillars appear similar to those found in temples of the Chola period in South India. Amongst these, the Nilkant temple, dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva, is quite famous and attracts a few devotees. Not far from the temple, a giant statue of the Jain god Mahavira has been propped up against a wall, presumably by the ASI.
Oh, look at that.
7 number का ये
6 cubs have been born in Sariska this year. We saw but a pug mark, and that was the shiniest, happiest moment I've had since the pandemic hit us. Now, tigers have lived in Sariska for millennia. Hopefully, the few years when we wipe them out will be but a blip in the long sweep of things. Maybe the world isn't ending after all. Maybe we just need to learn to share it better.